I think there have been huge changes in this area in the last few years. I mean, 3-4 years ago, we wouldn't have really had a discussion around well-being and what it meant to occupiers in the workplace. So the obvious things that have changed are the demand for ever-increasing cycle facilities and the sort of demands that puts for pressure on space within buildings. Terraces are a significant factor. We've just completed a building at 4 Kingdom Street where we sacrificed what would have been net internal floor area on every single floor to create terraces on every floor, because that's what the market wanted, and people responded really well to that. So I think there's ever increasing demands on the sort of features you create within a building which will help people create an environment that creates a happy workforce and a more productive workforce. And I think part of this is to do with the changing perception of work-life balance. I think that's sort of an outdated concept now, and there's a greater recognition that work and life are more intertwined, and it's not so much about coming into work at 9, leaving at 5, but different working hours, different practices, and a much closer relationship between work and life.
I always phrase it as, why work somewhere when you can work anywhere? So we now have the technology, you've got the rise in flexible working policies, people working from home, you can be located in a cafe. What is it about your central workplace that is going to attract your staff there, engage them and help them to perform at their best? So we're seeing occupiers understand the value of workplace more now and using it as a central location, not necessarily for the processing of data where that can be done anywhere or knowledge, but really when they need their people and the organisation together and collaborating and sharing ideas and working on projects together, the workspace should be the venue to do that. So almost the workplace is acting as an extension of the culture of that organisation. So it reflects how they do things and how they want to operate, and also their brand. So it helps both retaining staff, but also attracting new staff to that organisation.
I think the ability for us to sort of curate the environment around the building and to have connections between buildings creates a really unique and interesting opportunity for, particularly for creative businesses that have potentially got, different brands within those, who might want different spaces, different characters for different parts of the business, but still to feel part of the same family. And I think that's a really, it's really interesting, really important to those sort of occupiers to be able to have that. So you can have your own identity, but you can come together in somewhere which is clearly part of the mothership, if you like.